Welcome to the Hoot 2021 this year. It is a hoot for the holidays. Hi, I'm Corey Michaels, live here in the Auction Frog studio. Thank you so much for joining us once again. I'm so honored and humbled each and every time. This is our fourth virtual event, which is so hard to believe that we've been able to do together, but there's some exciting news for next year that we'll tell you about if you haven't already heard about that. Right now, it is all about our chimps. It's about our original 7, about the group of 3, about the lucky 6 that because of your generosity back at the Queen's Brunch are able to be with the rest of the chimps there at the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest. We've got a lot coming up here, and the fact that you're here and you found us, well, that's good. Probably a lot of veterans, the ones that have been around for several of the virtual events. If you're brand new and this is your first virtual event for the Chimpanzee Sanctuary, thank you for joining us. Welcome, and we're so glad to have you a part of the family here. Now, if you are just getting on, you will need to have a couple of different devices or a couple of tabs. Now, what that means is right now, while you're enjoying everything that's happening, all the videos of the chimps and volunteers and wonderful donations that have come in, and we've got a lot of great content as we do for each and every one of the events. You want to have another device. Say you're watching on your TV or on your laptop right now for the virtual event here for the Hoot for the holidays. Then in your hand with your smartphone, you can be able to be doing all your bidding right there. Or if you just have your computer or your computer linked to your TV, you can be able to have a couple of tabs open. One with the virtual event here, and the other one with the online auction. So however you would like to do that, it's okay. We just are glad that you're a part of the evening and a part of the event once again. Now remember, all the bidding is going to go all the way until 7 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow evening. And if you have any troubles whatsoever here during the event with doing your online bidding, it's okay. We have a helpline set up for you to get you all taken care of. That's 208-807-3808. Now, as you make your way through the course of the evening tonight, and you've checked out all the items if you haven't already. Now, I know the biggest problem right now with online auction is deciding what to bid on. I know for me, I would want to bid on every single item. Unfortunately, my bank account does not agree with that, so you have to pick those items that you really, really want. Now, if you don't want to miss out on the videos and everything that are going to be coming up, you can always be able to use the auto bid feature. This is a great way to do that. You've got an item that you really want, a painting, a book, one of the other items that are on the online auction list, and you put your high bid amount. This is the amount that you feel comfortable going all the way up to be able to get that item. Well, you set that amount and then you make your current bid. And then every time someone outbids you, it just outbids them for you with a small increment above what they did. And it'll keep going like that until it hits your high bid amount. Once that happens, then you'll get a notification letting you know that, well, you got to get back on there, and either you can go higher with your auto bid amount, or you can go back to doing it one bid at a time, however you would like to do that. Now, as we start our Hoot for the holidays, I know it's September, right? You're going, the holidays already? Well, what this is about is a chance for you to be able to get all your holiday gift giving done right now and be able to benefit all of our chimps at the same time. What a better way to do your gift giving. And if you're giving these items to maybe someone who's not familiar with the sanctuary, it gives you the opportunity to be able to tell them all about it. Tell them all about the chimps and how their lives have been saved and have been enriched because of yours and all of us together, all of our generosity. You make this happen, the caregivers, the staff. But at the heart of that, That is you that allows these lives that have been given now, the lives they deserve, because they'll never be able to be in the wild again. They were raised in biomedical field, in the entertainment field. They were not in any way capable to be able to go back to the wild. So their best life right now is at the sanctuary, and you give them that best life. The caregivers each and every day give them their best life. So thank you so much for everything that you have done. Now, as we get started here, something that I was really excited about, for the first time in the 4 virtual events that we've done so far, I got a chance to talk to Keith. Keith was the original founder of the sanctuary. It was his dream. It was his idea. And if we've learned anything through the Marvel universe, it's always go back to the origin story. And that's what we're going to do right now with a conversation I got to have with Keith and the origin of this sanctuary. Well, Keith, let me start with thank you for spending some time with us, and thank you for being the one that started this wonderful, wonderful sanctuary.
Yeah, thanks for taking time to talk to me.
Oh, absolutely. Now, why don't we go back, and what's kind of your background that led you to and then deciding to start the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest?
Yeah, so really my background is project management and a love for non-human animals. I was working at a biotech company that had just gotten bought by another biotech company, so all our projects got closed down, and I was sitting in the construction trailer and pulled the Discovery magazine of the month out of my backpack and started reading, and there was an article called "The Embarrassment of Chimps." And in that article, it talked about chimpanzees that had been used in research, but we're still in the laboratories because there was no sanctuary space. And my project manager mind went to work and said, that can't be too hard. I should just build this chimp sanctuary. And my sister was working at the Dallas Zoo with chimpanzees at the time. And so I faxed her the article and put a little sticky note saying, let's start a sanctuary. And so that's sort of how it began. It was just an idea based on my emotional response to an article in the Discover magazine.
Any memories maybe from that first day when the originals had arrived at the sanctuary? Or
it was really fun. It's still fun to see how much they heal and grow. Like the first time I heard Jamie laugh, I was cleaning the playroom and I heard this sound I had never heard before, and I was like, what is that? And I turned around and Jamie was playing and laughing for the first time, and I was like, just tears down my face, and it's just wonderful to see them. Like, here's a good story. Like, we were building the greenhouse and she was sitting at the window watching me intently. And somebody had bought her some play tools, and I was framing the outside of the window in, putting some Trex trim in. And so I was, had my impact driver, and I would take a screw and screw it in. And then she found a twig and then her drill, and she was mimicking me doing that. So she was out there helping me build.
That's awesome.
And I think for them to watch us build, they knew, because the day we opened up that outdoor area, they all just we opened the door, they didn't hesitate, they just all walked out and started exploring. So it was.
Now what is it for you now to see the expansion and how it's grown? And well, you got the cows now, you've got more chimpanzees coming, the new house, and it's just going so well. Does it make your heart feel good?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's really just an expansion of my dream for the place. And I'm just so very proud of all the staff and all the volunteers and all the donors for just being, continuing to grow the facility and rescue more chimpanzees. It's just such an amazing feeling.
It was great getting to talk to Keith and to hear those original thoughts and where the idea came from. And the smallest thing, an article was what spurred the amazing sanctuary that we have now with the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest. So Keith, thank you for reading that article. Thank you for all the effort and everything that you put into the beginnings of the Chimpanzee Sanctuary. And okay, thanks, Kayla. Hang on here. This always means good news, so let's see. Well, this is this is amazing news. Sandra Sharp, who has been a wonderful supporter of the Chimpanzee Sanctuary and all of our chimps, and Sandra just donated $50,000. Sandra, thank you so much. That is going to go so far for taking care of our chimps, everything that needs to happen now on a day-to-day basis, but also starting to then be able to expand now with the Lucky Six and to keep those dreams alive and continuing to grow. And Sandra, we have a special video message, correct, from Sandra about her love of the chimps, about the sanctuary, and her very generous donation.
So which chimps am I particularly, drawn to? I would have to say, like it or not, it would probably be Jamie and Honeybee, just because they're the most like me. So I can really understand where they're coming from. And I think I'm just so amazed at the chimpanzees, just in general, their resilience. And I've learned so much from them in my own life, just in terms of how they're able to handle things. And when things aren't going right in life, as they do sometimes, I just kind of think of the chimpanzees, and all that they've been through, and how much they deserve. And it just makes my day better, my week better, my month better. So why am I donating a $50,000 matching donation for the upcoming Hoot event? Well, I've been thinking a lot about, where I want my resources to go. What organizations and people do I want to support? And Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest is at the top of the list. And I was thinking, why would it be just a future donation? Why not now? And so it's such an important organization to me. It has meant so much to me in my life. I'm passionate about their mission, and these chimpanzees deserve the best retirement that we can possibly give them, given what's been taken from them. So I would just encourage you, if you can, to do the same thing. Just every little bit counts. So if you're able to donate to part of this $50,000 matching donation, I would be thrilled. The sanctuary would be thrilled. Just anything you can do. I know you love the chimpanzees just like I do.
Oh, Sandra, thank you so very much. But, that's the thing. It doesn't always have to take those very large amounts, although if you have the ability to, we're not going to turn them down either. But whatever you can be able to give makes such a difference. And Sandra, bless you, and thank you for your love of these chimps. Another one already? Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's see here. We have an anonymous donor that was so touched by Sandra's donation and message that they donated. Okay, hang on. They are going to donate $50,000, but there's a little bit of a catch to it, I guess you could say. We have to do a little bit of work here, but I know you're up to it. I absolutely, without a doubt, know you're up for this. So, $50,000 anonymous donation, and anonymous, thank you, bless you. We need to reach $150,000, which is what the goal is for this event, for the Hoot for the Holidays, before we are done with the auction tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific time. If we hit that $150 goal, whether that's tonight or tomorrow by 7 o'clock Pacific time, we're going to get another $50,000 that's going to go on to that. What a way to get us started with the Hoot 2021. The generosity has already been amazing. And if you would like to help to make sure that we hit that $150,000 goal, you can do that in several ways. You can be able to, of course, bid on those online auction items, and you get these fabulous memories that you can be able to look at and share each and every day. And you can get there, if you haven't already, to get registered. You can do hoot2021.afrogs.org. So hoot2021.afrogs.org. That'll take you right to the online auction site, but I'm sure you've already been on there. So bidding there, and or, now we don't want you to have to pick between the two, you can also go to item number 1, and that's just a way to be able to make a safe, secure donation. It's tax deductible, that you can be able to just say, I love these chimps. I love what is happening with the sanctuary, and I just want to be able to give. Now, some of the other items that we have, and we always have had just fabulous items for the online auction. One of those is right here. This is on canvas, and it is Jody and Burrito. Now, you can check this out. They're out on the hill there, and it's on Young's Hill. The photo is just beautiful, and you can see the wheels turning. And probably for Burrito, he's probably wondering if there's any food out there for him to forage, because, well, Burrito's all about the eating. And so, yeah, he wants to be on Young's Hill to make sure that he has all the food. It is just a beautiful piece. So is this one over here. This is a blanket. It's 50 by 60. It's of the Lucky Six. The Lucky Six, you allowed to be able to join the rest of the family, to go all the way from the way station. You saw the journey if you were a part of the Queen's Brunch back in June, and what it was going to take to get the Lucky Six to the sanctuary, and you made it happen once again. And now the Lucky Six are there, and you can be able to have a one-of-a-kind, gorgeous blanket that has been donated, and you can see a picture of each of the six for you to be able to have and hold it soft. You can definitely cuddle up with it. You can hang it on the wall because it is worthy of being a beautiful piece on your wall at your home. So whatever you would like to do with it, you will have the one and only of the Lucky Six. Now, speaking of that journey and the journey of the Lucky Six, since we left off at the end of the Queen's Brunch, we knew that we were going to be able to get them to the sanctuary because of you. But you might not know, maybe you read the blogs on the website, and so you've had ideas of what it took. But here to show you, and especially if you haven't got to see any of that yet, here's the journey of the Lucky Six coming to the sanctuary.
And now, Down to Earth with Dagmar, the Extinction Crisis.
I met many of these in the Lemsip lab and was saddened and angry to to see the terrible conditions they suffered there.
During the peak years of AIDS hepatitis biomedical testing, nearly 2,000 chimpanzees were confined to laboratories all across the United States. Although that testing has been outlawed, hundreds of chimpanzees still wait for their chance at life in a sanctuary. Hi, I'm Dagmar Midcap, and this is Down to Earth. We were fortunate enough to document such a journey from abuse to safety, and we invite you now to join us for the story of the Lucky Six.
This is the dominant male. His name is Sai.
Sai?
Yeah.
Hi, Sai.
And this is Terry.
Hi, Terry.
This is Rain. That's Dora over there. Gordo.
Gordo? Moving Day. A special trailer from Project Chimps in Georgia has arrived, stocked with food, medical supplies, and 6 special transfer cages.
It's a good goodbye.
Final goodbyes are said. After over 2 decades in this sanctuary, calling this place home, these chimpanzees are being transferred to a beautiful new state-of-the-art sanctuary in Washington. Let's go join them. The Lucky Six are on their way to a new life. Now, since they've given so much of their lives for us, it's time we give them the lives they deserve to live. Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest. 22 hours after we began, and Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest is finally in sight. They're home. They're home, they're home, they're home. There they are. I'm so happy. It's just, yay, we're here. The cages roll off the trailer. And one at a time, the chimps are released into a safe indoor space flanking an outdoor greenhouse. Each chimp is swiftly and safely moved. The process repeats 4 times.
Oh, I knew it! I knew it!
He's the dominant male, and he's desperate to be reunited with his group. Once outside, caretakers calm him with body language that chimpanzees use to reassure each other in the wild. For each chimpanzee, this outdoor space is a different experience.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Look at that beautiful grass. It's okay to touch.
Remember that this is not just a new home to them, but a completely foreign world. Most of these chimps have never touched green grass in their lives, and slowly they build up the courage to walk on this soft new surface. For Dora, her face says it all.
Hey, Dora. Hi, baby. It's all about the chimpanzees and what they need. We just let them be who they are.
So there, you get to see a little bit of what your generosity did back in the Queen's Brunch and the journey of the Lucky Six. Now, something that was brought up in that by the reporter was about how they've never been, until they came to the sanctuary, many of them on grass. Didn't even know what that felt like or what it was. And you could see on the face of Dora where she's looking around like, okay, what is this green stuff? Well, they have come a long way. And for each and every one of them coming from where they had been raised and where they had lived their lives until coming to the sanctuary, they also didn't really have the same personalities. Now, coming to the sanctuary, those personalities have been able to come out. And obviously, there's been a lot more time with the original 7. Even with the group of 3 that came along in 2019 with Honeybee and Maeve and Willie Bee. But still, in these last couple of years, their personalities have been able to blossom. And now, in just the short time, been able to see Dora, who was looking around, didn't even really know what grass was, loves to play with her friends. And she is coming into her own. Sai, obsessed with food. We thought Burrito was, but Sai might have him beat. He is obsessed with food and celebrity magazines. There's photos of them reading about Brad Pitt in one of them. Whatever it is, he loves that. With Gordo, and Gordo, another big eater. I think that's why he got his name Gordo. He wants food all the time. It's all about the food. He likes sitting in cardboard boxes too. The Lucky, the scarves, silk scarves, like your grandma or your aunt used to wear, loves them. Loves every single one of them. A bunch of them had been donated, and Lucky just loves them and looks fabulous in them as well. Rain, rolls of paper tickets, like you get when you're going for a raffle or something. Loves those. And Terry has this thing where she will spit on the shoes of the human being, but not in a mean or aggressive way. It's in a playful way just to get the attention. And she loves, if you're really not paying attention and your ways away, the old raspberry or the Bronx cheer. Yep. That's the way to be able to get your attention. So see, already their personalities are blossoming. They're coming out. And if you look at just the growth over these last 2 years, since the group of 3 joined the original 7, now with the lucky 6, there has been so much change and so much growth. And here's a chance to look at just what has happened to the sanctuary just over these past 2 years. You know, shame on me because I spent so much time talking about the chimps and all of them, but I left out Betsy, Meredith, Nutmeg, Honey, our bovine family members, and I apologize for that omission. We love you as well. All right, let's go and check out some more of the auction items as we're trying to get to that $150,000 goal so that we can get that $50,000 anonymous donation added onto that. We've got, as we're heading towards the holidays, and we talk about the Hoot for the holidays, doing all your holiday gift giving right now. Get that all taken care of and be able to help out the sanctuary at the same time. A beautiful way to do that is these porcelain ornaments. We have Annie and Burrito and Foxy, Willie B, Missy, all the rest. And now I suggest, but this is just me, that you would want the entire set. So go ahead and just bid on each and every one of them. But, you know, that's me as well. So you can bid on all those items. That is 85 through 99. And you know what? These would look great, yes, on your holiday Christmas tree, but they could be up all year round because they're just awesome pictures and remembrance of each and every one of our chimps. Now, some more of those items. We have art. In each and every event, there is always the most generous, talented artists that are out there, more than I can possibly highlight all at once. But if you just go to the online auction, there on the filter on the side, you can see where there is a button just for art. And there is a mosaic of Annie that is beautiful. Sugar and spice and everything, nice mosaic. There's the drawing of Lucky, painting of Nutmeg, of course, of Queen Negra, because we couldn't have this without her as well. It goes on and on with fabulous talent. And thank you so much to each and every one of the artists for your heart, for your giving and caring about all of our chimps and about the fabulous work that happens at the sanctuary. Now, besides the art, we also have a lot of books as well. Excuse me. And these books were given and donated by staff members. But then also, there is one special book from Karen Young. Now, Karen and Don Young have been longtime supporters of the sanctuary. In fact, the Young's Hill for the original 7 and the group of 3, when you see the photos and videos of them running up and foraging on the hill, that's Young's Hill. And they have made another very generous donation as well in memory of their son, Ryan. But I'm going to let them tell you about it.
One day I was online and I happened to notice that there was a little sanctuary and they had just received 7 chimps from the Berkshire Labs. And I thought, this is so strange because I thought, you know, chimpanzees are rainforest creatures. What are they doing in the Cascade Mountains, you know? It was probably the most exciting project we've ever done. The chimps were mesmerized. They were looking at this construction. It finished in 2011. And they lined up to go out on the hill like little kids lining up to go on the school bus. And they opened the gate and they went running out, hugging and screaming, woo, 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 you know. They were so excited. And we have seen these 7 chimps go from when they arrived, which was, I can't even describe how they looked. They were malnourished, they were traumatized, they didn't know what the heck was happening. And to like miracle chimps, they're thriving, they're healthy, they're happy, and they have all this outdoor space to enjoy.
What stands out about Chimp Sanctuary Northwest are a couple of things. Number one, the love for and care of chimps individually. Each of the chimps is a person with respect to the caregivers, and they know the chimps really well. They know how to react to them and how to interact with them and how to provide activities for them. And so that's the first thing. The second thing is the incredibly creative job that they've done in providing enclosures and activities for the chimp. The third thing that I would mention is, again, the extraordinary fundraising ability of the organization, which is so necessary and many times underplayed, so necessary for the survival and growth of the sanctuary. They really do an extraordinary job. And the final thing is what Karen mentioned, which is the blog. The blog gives people all over the world a chance to get to know the chimps individually and to find out what's going on at the sanctuary in terms of new activities. And the blog creates an environment where everybody is sort of like a family, and everybody is benefiting from the information about all the people who live in the family, or in this case, in the sanctuary.
In honor of our son, Ryan, who passed away on January 4 from glioblastoma at 47 years old. We're honoring his life by JB is designing this wonderful tall lookout on the Bray for the new 9 chimps. And it's going to be great. It will have platforms all the way up so the chimps can just rest, and they'll have swinging hoses and things like that. They'll be able to enjoy that structure.
It's called
Diana came up with the name. It's called Brian's Lookout. So I think you'd be very happy about that. And we certainly are. You know, it's just absolutely amazing to me to meet people who are so dedicated to something beyond themselves, like these chimps. And it's not just JB and Diana, but the staff and the volunteers and all the people who donate things to the sanctuary, food and, you know, all kinds of things. I think every single person, and the one thing that I've noticed over the 13 years that we've been involved in the sanctuary, it doesn't matter if you give $10 or $10,000. Your donation is appreciated in the same way, with gratitude and thanking you for thinking of the chimps. It's just amazing. It's an amazing experience, and we're really honored to be a part of it.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Dawn. And what a powerful and wonderful remembrance and legacy for Ryan, to have Ryan's Lookout and to know the joy that it is going to bring for years and years to come for the Lucky Six, and for who knows what the future is going to bring for the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest. So in those auction items, check out Sharon's book and all the rest of the wonderful books and art and everything that is available there on the online auction. Once again, that is hoot2021.afrogs.org. If you are just tuning in for our Hoot for the Holidays for 2021, now is the time when we just ask you to go to item number 1 on the online auction. This is your way to just make a donation, a cash donation that can be used in so many different ways. And as Sharon had said, it doesn't matter the amount. You know, you hear these, and I know for some, they hear these lofty amounts of 50,000, of 10,000, $25,000, and it's like, well, I can't possibly do that. It's okay. You don't have to. Your $10, along with mine, along with someone else's, it all gets added up. It all makes a difference. And all of us together, we're truly able to make miracles happen for each and every one of these chimps. So don't ever worry about how small. There is no donation too small. And again, there's never one too large either. Whatever you have the ability to be able to give is a blessing. And we thank you so much for your generosity. So once again, item number 1 is just to make that donation. Where does that money go? Well, it goes in so many different places. Think about just $100. That goes to the PPE, the personal protection equipment for the caregivers, masks and gloves, home COVID tests so that they can be able to check themselves at home and make sure that they're not bringing the COVID virus into the sanctuary to the chimpanzees, to the other caregivers, which would be just catastrophic. $250, specialty produce to be able to give them some variety in their food and for their foraging and give them that little something new to keep them excited. We all want that in our diets. That's for the $250 level. $1,000 coming together. That's, if you want to play Santa this holiday, well, you can play Santa for each and every one of the chimps, because $1,000 is going to get individual holiday gifts for each and every one of the chimps this December. $5,000 maintenance for the equipment. Think about it. Just maintaining the access roads, maintaining the equipment that takes care of the pasture where the cows are, and all the area around there. That equipment, if it has moving parts, it needs to be maintained. $10,000. Now, $10,000 can do amazing things, like enrichment for all the chimps with new puzzles and new things to keep them stimulated, keep their mind going with new activities and structures, like for the closed top habitat for the Lucky Six. Kind of like what we're talking about with JB's project that the Youngs are giving to, that is going to be Ryan's Lookout. Those are the structures. Those are the things that we need to be able to continue to expand and continue to grow for the enrichment of each and every one of our chimps. Those are just some of the things that your generosity goes to and makes such a huge difference. Now, as we're going for that $150,000 goal, let's check out the leaderboard and see where we are right now. All right. Right now on the leaderboard, we are at $107,000. A little over $107,000. That is amazing. So we're just less than $43,000 away from getting that $50,000 matching donation. Oh my goodness. We're getting very, very close. And I would love to have it happen tonight with all of us together to be able to celebrate. But as long as we do it before 7 p.m. Pacific time, tomorrow we'll get the $50,000 anonymous donation as well. It takes each and every one of us together, as I was just talking about. It's not just one of us. It's all of us. It's all the caregivers. Yes, it's Diana and JB. It's all of us together that has made this possible and continues to make it possible. But you, and one of the things that I have been so amazed by, and now the 4th virtual event for the Chimpanzee Sanctuary, is you, each and every one of you. Just your heart, your soul, your caring for these chimps is beyond me. It's amazing, the generosity that comes in. And so Diana had sent out a message a little while back asking for just audio clips and videos of folks talking about what you love about the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest and why.
Hi, Volunteer Sanctuary. I just wanted to thank you so much for being there for me and letting me watch all the chimps and read the blogs and giving me the joy of every day. You have just made my day and been a part of me and part of my life. I first joined you at the chimp shower way back when, before the chimps arrived, and then became a volunteer and volunteered until I could no longer be a volunteer, and because of health problems. And then I had to come back home and enjoy the chimps on the blog and enjoy you people putting the blog on. And I thank you so much. And I just love everybody, love all the chimps and the bovines, and they are spectacular. And so are you guys. Thank you so much.
I support Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest for so many reasons. But above all others is that I feel these chimps have done so much that we owe them a comfortable, safe, relaxing, and rewarding life. Every day, the chimps and the staff and volunteers, as well as supporters, bring light and resilience to my life. Chris, also known as Aussie Slim, from Seattle.
My name is Robin Salick, and I live in Ellensburg, and I was an intern and volunteer caregiver at the sanctuary for about 6 months until the pandemic, but I'm still on the fundraising committee. I love everything about CSNW. Diana, JB, Caitlin, and all of the staff are really caring human beings and super hard workers, and of course, there are the magnificent chimps. I learned so much from the human and chimpanzee people when I was there. Thanks for all that you do.
I first heard about the Cleellum 7 from a news item that they had just begun their journey from Percy, Pennsylvania. Looking at a map, I realized that we passed the Buckshire Corps on our way to Grandpop's farmette, with no idea of the chimps living in a windowless basement. My heart went out to them, and I followed ever since. What the sanctuary means to me is love and inspiration. The way the chimps embrace challenges, their resilience, the joy they find in their environment, enrichment, and each other, their forgiveness of each other after arguments, the caregivers for their passion and dedication, the cattle too, who keep me on my plant-based diet. I'm so grateful I can help support the sanctuary.
We are direct neighbors of the sanctuary, and we find them to be outstanding neighbors and compassionate caregivers and friends to all chimps. From John and Sandra Warham of Mercer Island, with a family cabin on Hart Road, our deck overlooks the Chimpanzee Sanctuary.
I support Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest because they truly understand what sanctuary means. A place for hope, healing, and safety where the chimpanzees have as much freedom of choice as is safely possible, and where they are each treated with respect for the individuals they are. Supporting the sanctuary is a way to help heal some of the wounds of the world, to work toward making right the tragic things humans have done to other animals. Helping to ensure these lovely animals are safe, respected, and compassionately cared for is so very important to me, as is supporting the wonderful people who do this skilled and challenging work. Karen from Seattle.
I began following the original 7, perhaps as far back as 2013. Collectively and individually, their histories and their second chance in a life of retirement in this beautiful sanctuary captured my heart. Every day I looked forward to reading about their adventures. I studied their faces and movements, covering up the captions where their names would appear to see if I was identifying them correctly. Then one day I realized I held this deep affection for them. The 7 had become my friends. Way back then, I shared this message. Thank you all for having such vision, determination, wisdom, and hearts so big that they can hold the lives of 7 amazing chimpanzees so close and dear. The Cle Elum 7 have changed me. I am grateful. I have been changed for good. This sentiment still holds true today with one big change. The 7 amazing chimpanzees have become 16, plus 4 bovines. And if I were being totally open, your vision, determination, and wisdom has exceeded my wildest dreams too. The family at CSNW is my family, and that includes everyone who played a role over all these years. You are easy to support because you are you. Thank you for bringing hope, love, home, sanctuary into my life.
As you sit there looking at Burrito there in that last little part of the clip while Kathleen was talking, you know, the old saying, eyes are the windows to the soul. When you look at each and every one of the chimps, you look at their eyes, and as they're looking at you, you see their soul. And trust me, they see ours as well, good, bad, and ugly. But there is just so much to learn from them, and just the way they love and the way that they have been transformed because of your generosity. It is amazing. So, okay. I love these. It's been a great night with the envelopes. This is another anonymous donor just came in with a donation in honor of Karen. And Karen, I apologize. I think I might have accidentally said Sharon earlier. Karen and Don. In honor of the Youngs, another $50,000 donation. Now, as I look at our leaderboard, we're at $177,000, 981. So almost 178,000. It means we'll get that other 50,000 donations. So we are over $200,000, but I don't want to leave these out. Julie, thank you for your donation and for all the rest that have come in. Thank you so very much to every $10, to every $20, to all the large donations as well. Each and every one matters and has been able to make this a reality tonight, to not just get to the goal, but surpass the goal, to leave the goal in the dust. And that is once again because of you. And we still have the online auction, your ability to make donations as well at item number 1 to bidding on all the auction items. That is open until 7 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow night. And at 6:50 tomorrow, that's when bid wars kick in. Now, if you've been around for some of the Queen's Brunch or last year's Hoot, then you're kind of familiar with how the bid wars work. If you're not, or maybe a little fuzzy on a year ago, okay, what the bid wars is in case you're busy, you're whatever, and haven't looked at your bid, it's okay, because if someone comes in the last 10 minutes, tries to swoop in and get one of those ornaments or one of the art pieces or this gorgeous blanket or any of the other items, you're going to get a notification telling you, hey, someone just outbid you. But besides that, it's also going to extend the time past 7 o'clock Pacific time. So with every donation that then keeps coming in on that item, it will keep extending that until there is only one left. So bid wars are a lot of fun and are quite exciting, and get those competitive juices flowing for you as well. So also your auto bid. So if you want to just set up that auto bid for tonight and for all day long and set that amount, it'll just go ahead and bid for you as someone outbids you till it hits your high amount. However you would like to do that, make sure and just keep those bids coming in. Bid high, bid often. And thank you. Let's go ahead and get one last look at this leaderboard. So with the 50,000 anonymous donation that was dependent on us hitting the goal of $150,000, now we sit for the end of the Hoot 2021, the Hoot for the holidays, $228,309. And still plenty of time to go. We've got almost 24 hours still for you to be able to keep the bidding going on behalf of the original 7, the group of 3, the lucky 6, each and every one of the caregivers, myself, Corey Michaels, and the whole crew with Ellsberg Studios and with Auction Frogs. God bless you and thank you so very much. And now, in case you missed it along the way, 1 year from now, next September, keep our fingers crossed, we'll be able to all be in one room together. I know that's hard to remember. It's been a while. But hopefully, as long as things keep going well, next year, September, it will be a live in-person Hoot event. So, hope to see everyone together out there for that event. More details will be coming soon. But bless you and thank you on behalf of all of us.